What's up, guys? It's Chris from Killer Arcade Games, and I'm definitely not playing a video game right now, although I feel like I'm playing a racing game that's very slow and boring. I'm on a road trip. I thought I would do kind of a vlog of it. Somebody asked me to in a chat or on the live stream chat. I thought, why not? Maybe it'll be fun. Just kind of give you guys a couple updates on what I'm doing. I am headed out for a 5-night road trip alone. What you see is where I'm staying. I'm going to be in my truck the entire time. I'm sleeping in the back there in the camper shell. I'll show you guys all that stuff later. I'm headed up to Bentonville, Arkansas. I'm going to do some mountain biking. And then I'm headed up to Iowa to go to Knotfest and see Slipknot and a couple other bands there. And then I'm going to head down through Kansas and stop at Wichita on my way home and go to a place called The Arcade. The Arcade is an arcade, obviously, owned by the guy who runs Your MK Arcade Source on YouTube. The guy's like a legend as far as I'm concerned. He's been making arcade videos for, it looks like, he had to be making them over 10 years now. So he's been doing a lot of repair videos and restoration stuff. I've been watching his stuff for years and years, way before I ever had an arcade channel. So I want to go check out his arcade. I've seen the game selection. He seems to have a very similar taste in arcades that I do, and maybe you guys do. So I'm going to try to get a video walk through of that place and all that. So for now, I'm heading to Arkansas. I'll show you guys the bedding setup next, and maybe show you guys a little bit of the mountain biking. We'll see. The Arcade. That is not an arcade I know of. I'm going to have to check into that, though. I actually looked this arcade up. It's in Waxahachie, Texas. It's funny that it shares the name with the arcade I was going to visit in Wichita, but what a coincidence, it actually shares that exact same name. So guys, the wife takes care of me when I leave town. By the way, it's a mess in here right now, but I've got all my stuff out of the ice chest. Check this out. These are pre-made sandwich ready things. I just throw them on some bread, apply some mayo and mustard. Got all kinds of snacks. There's way more. There's pickles in here, okra. There is at least 2 ice chests worth of stuff, and I guess back here you can see a pantry bag of dry food. It's pretty hilarious. Thank you, Lady Cag. I made it to Bentonville and went right to bed since it was late. For those that don't already know, Bentonville is where Walmart is from. Here is the very first Walmart store in the little downtown square. Their Walmart stores are really nice, which is not very surprising when you think about it. After stopping there, I picked up my rental bike and did some mountain biking. So here's the bike I rented. This is an e-bike, meaning it has electric pedal assist. It's a pretty high-end mountain bike. I think it runs about $7,000 normally. I just rented it for the day because it's a lot easier to get around. So some of you guys may not know much about mountain biking stuff. The reason I love this electric bike, and it doesn't take a mountain biking fan to realize why, is I am going uphill, and I mean, I'm still getting a little bit of a workout, but the bike is doing a lot of the work. So, in my opinion, the most fun you have mountain biking is going downhill, and getting back up sucks. Especially if you're from a place like I am, where everything's pretty flat. This would be a tough climb for me. Now, any of you real mountain bike guys that are watching this are probably calling me a cheater, which is fine. But as you can hear, I'm still kind of out of breath. You're still putting in work. I think this is the definition of working smarter, not harder. So this trail has almost been paved. The material is called soil tack. It's very fast, and yes, I suck at jumping. This trail is at Kohler Mountain Bike Preserve. It starts off on this huge contraption and heads downhill. It's a lot of fun. Ooh, there's that squirrel again. Whoa. So now let's have a look at my truck camping setup. Cue the MTV Cribs. I thought I'd do an MTV Cribs for you guys. It's very small in here. This is a 5'7" bed on a GMC Sierra AT4 edition. Anyway, I've got large windows I can open with screens on them, which is nice. Built-in lighting. Here is the bed. The bed's like the whole thing. I've got like 7 inches of foam. Over here is where I take my shoes off when I get in, throw them down there. I've got the sleeping bag here, some extra bedding and pillows over there, my jacket. It was 46 degrees when I woke up this morning. Pillow that I'm trying out that I just went to Walmart and bought. And I sleep diagonally in here just because it's more comfortable when I'm the only one here. Got the old charging station. Charge the Apple Watch, the phone, water, and then of course luggage is in here too, by the way. But here's the bathroom. I know that's disgusting, I'm sorry, but you gotta go when you're in here, that's where you go. No, the wide mouth one is not for number 2. And then there we have the back. More lights, by the way. This thing's got a lot of lights in it. Just runs off the truck battery, which is nice. It is surprisingly comfortable in here, really. I slept pretty good last night, even having kind of a pillow I didn't really like. But I sleep very well in here normally, as long as it's not hot. And if it is hot, I do have a fan, but it's a battery-powered fan, a Ryobi one. It's in the truck. I do not need it here. I might need it on the last night of the trip, but we'll see. All right, it's day 2 out here. I'm on the trails still. Not much to see. I'm not really recording this ride, but thought I'd show you guys. I'm actually on my bike today. I didn't want to rent the e-bike for 2 days, and I'm only going to be here for another hour or 2, and then I got to head to Iowa. But I'm on my bike, meaning I have to actually pedal it. No more pedal assist, but that's fine. I'm actually having a really good time. I've only done like 3 miles, but climbed a little over 300 feet, which is huge for me coming from where I live, where we go like 9 miles, and I usually climb maybe 200 feet over those 9 miles, so it's definitely a change, but I like it a lot. I'm actually just wearing my regular helmet today, which is fine for out here, but yesterday when I was on the e-bike, I wore my full face helmet, and I actually went off the bike going uphill, so it wasn't anything major, but I landed on a really hard slope and just basically did like a slip and slide move head first down the hill over the rocks and all that. My hands are a little messed up. I got bruises and stuff. I actually have a cut up here, and that is from the full face helmet smashing into the ground when I finally landed, and I guess it hit me in the head. I mean, the helmet's dented. I should probably throw it away now. It's ridiculous when you think about it. It's like $100 helmet, $150 helmet, whatever. I probably have to throw it away now, but whatever. It's better to be safe than sorry. Well, I'm on my way to Iowa, and I think I'm getting close. There's a lot of corn. Gotta be some corn if you're in Iowa, right? Well, we've made it to Iowa just in time for the sun to set. A little bit of rain. I'm kind of worried some rain got into my sleeping area. This Iowa sunset's actually quite nice. I don't know why the guys from Slipknot were so mad all the time. So one of the things I found when truck camping, I found this out on the last trip, is leveling out the truck is very important. When it was just leaning a little bit to one side, my back was hurting all night. Call me an old man, whatever. But I was very uncomfortable and could not sleep. So this trip I got smart. I made these leveling blocks where I can just pull right up onto them. I can stack them if I need to get the truck higher. And a huge plus is my truck actually tells me which way the truck is leaning. Very helpful feature. So if I pull into a spot and it's leaning one way, I already know which way and I know how to fix it. Well, it's the morning before the concert. I'm in Winterset, Iowa, and right off my campsite is this little maze. I've never done a maze. I'm just gonna go on in and do it. It doesn't look like I can actually get lost since it's not very tall, but it's pretty interesting. I feel like The Shining. I'm gonna go this way. Okay, I am getting kind of lost. I don't know where you're supposed to even go. I don't know if you come out the other side or if there's something in the center you find. Oh, dead end. Day 2 of being in the maze. I don't know how the hell I got so lost in this thing. It's not very big, but I've been in here forever. I'm kidding, of course. I've only been in here a few minutes. I mean, you could literally look over everything if you just kind of peek around. And actually the exit's like right here. This is Up Down in downtown Des Moines. It's an arcade. Too bad it's not open right now. They don't open until much later either. Looks like their DDR is actually on though. Interesting. I ended up going back to this arcade Up Down in Des Moines when they opened. I was able to do a walkthrough, which you guys are going to see on an upcoming video. Before that, though, I stopped in at Zombie Burger, which I'd heard was a good burger place, and it's actually the only time I ate out on the entire trip. Lady Cag hooked me up with so much food that I just didn't have to eat out. I actually felt bad about eating out because I had so much food with me. But I couldn't figure out why there were so many Slipknot fans there. I was like, what the heck's going on? Are they all just happen to be coming to this one place to eat? Well, I ended up finding out there was a Knotfest themed menu, which was pretty cool. Here's a crappy picture I got of it. But still pretty cool that they did that. And it was actually a good burger. If you're in the area, stop by. It's actually not too far from the arcade. I think it's around the corner. So after getting some lunch, going to the arcade for a couple hours, I decided it was time to head to the concert. And my God, that concert was packed. I also got to see the Slipknot Museum, which I've never seen before. I've been a fan since like '99. I first heard them in late '99. I first saw them in early 2000. Saw them twice in 2000. I was looking back, and anyway, I've been a fan ever since. I was in high school around that time, so it was perfect for a young me. And I've kind of off and on followed them throughout the years. I've seen them probably 6 or 7 times, so I thought it'd be cool to see them in their home. And seeing the museum was actually really cool. They had their Grammy Award on display. They had their old masks out there. They had all kinds of old Slipknot stuff and jumpsuits and just cool stuff to check out for a few minutes. Well, the concert was awesome. Sorry for the weird shadow. I had no idea there was going to be that many people there. I'm so glad I didn't go really early because I got in there and it was dusty as could be. There was a dirt road right off where I was supposed to be parking and all that. And ultimately, Corey said on stage that it was sold out and there were 30,000 people there. I don't think I've ever been to an event that big. Like, I'm not a real event guy, but there were people everywhere. I was way in the back purposely. I'm heading now back to, where am I going now? I'm going to Wichita, Kansas to play at the arcade, which is run by Your MK Arcade Source. It's gonna be kind of also like a stop point for me to spend the night there. It's gonna be probably a rough night. It's gonna be much hotter than it has been on this entire trip. I think the high is like 97 there. At night, it's only gonna get down to 66, and that's gonna be at like 3 in the mornings. And I'm not gonna be at a campsite. I'm gonna be hoping I can find, which I've already looked at on the maps, a place to stop at, like a rest stop somewhere in Kansas. I ended up getting into Wichita about 3:30 and stayed at the arcade for a good couple of hours. So I went to the arcade in Wichita. Really a nice place. It's actually in a really hip looking area too. I fully expected to see hipsters everywhere, but there really wasn't that many people in the arcade. It's not a huge arcade, but their game selection is unbelievable. And the condition of their games are really, really great. I believe Michael is the guy who works on them. He is from your MK Arcade source. A lot of them are his machines as far as I understand. The games all have great controls. They feel good. Everything plays pretty much perfectly. I got to play San Francisco Rush. I'm so excited about seeing San Francisco Rush again. So it was really nice to see all that stuff, but I had to kind of change my plans after that. I was going to just stay the night a little bit south of the arcade at a rest stop in Kansas, but I decided it's really hot and windy here, so I'm just going to keep going, and I'm probably going to stop somewhere south of Dallas. There's a Texas rest stop there. Texas rest stops are usually pretty massive, well lit, well patrolled, always pretty clean, so I don't feel weird about sleeping there tonight. And after that, I only have like 3 hours and I'll be home, which will be very nice. I've been gone, the longest I've been gone in a very long time. I've never done a trip like this on my own, really, this long. And sleeping in the truck has been fun and had some challenges and stuff, but I'm happy to get home. So getting home early will be great. I don't have to drive all day tomorrow to get home, and it's gonna be nice to be home with Lady Kag and the cat. It is a little after midnight on the last night of the trip. I'm at a rest stop in Texas, south of Fort Worth. I've never stayed at a rest stop. It's a pretty nice one though. We'll see how it goes. The only bad part about sleeping at a rest stop apparently is the ridiculous highway noise. Final stretch time. I got into that Texas rest stop, about 1 a.m., or I guess by the time I got in the truck, it was about 12:30. I probably didn't even fall asleep until probably a little after 1. It was very loud in there, as you guys probably heard, and I'm just ready to get home. I slept decent when I was in there, actually, but I just woke up a lot because of all the road noise, I guess, and had some really crazy dreams. I realize now I've been having the weirdest dreams while sleeping back there. Maybe there's like fumes coming off the materials that make the camper shell or something, but really weird stuff going on. Anyway, I only have about 2 hours left and I'm home. It was hard to stop when I was that close to home, but it was the right idea. I'd been driving way too much that day and it was a good time to take a break. So I guess I'll try to update you guys when I get home and wrap this thing up. I have about 30 miles left and I'm home. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I don't know how this is actually going to turn out. I probably didn't record quite enough to make this a great, exciting adventure for you guys, but we'll see. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what you think of this style video. I'm not going to be doing this stuff all the time. Don't worry, you're not going to start seeing a bunch of I'm going to the grocery store videos or anything like that. But hopefully I've got some good videos arcade-wise. I visited 2 arcades on the trip. I got video of both of them. Hopefully I'll be able to put those out for you and get back to making normal stuff. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe for more. You're not going to see a lot of content like this, like I already said, but you'll see a bunch of arcade stuff. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys on the next video.